The following statements you are about to hear are not made to offend or hurt anybody's feelings, although we may discuss serious topics. It's all entertainment, man. In all reality, don't take too serious. Have fun, laugh a little bit, relax. Let's talk about it. Shades Talk.
We back, another episode of Politic'n with Shades. You got my right-hand man, Prop, in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm just politicking with shades on, trying to give you game like Parker Brothers, my name. What's up, bro?
Bars. But yeah, we back with another episode of Politic'n with Shades.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. It's been a week. A lot of things have happened in the sports world. We got shit that happens with us every day, just in general.
You already know.
Us, you know what I'm saying, where we at in this specific political climate, to say the least.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to touch on, man. You know, we both got sons and children, multiple children.
For sure. Shout out Jag and Jacob.
Yes,
Love y'all.
sir.
Happy birthday, Jacob. His birthday was
Jacob.
yesterday, November 2nd.
For sure.
Shout out to my guys.
And I've been going through some things because my son's coming into like young adulthood, I should say.
Yes,
as a
sir.
Teenager, you know what I'm saying?
Teenager.
So it's transitioning.
Boy, that's
exactly, man. And he's been going through some things, and I've been going through some things.
For sure. For sure.
As a parent.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? The first time a parent of a teenager. So it's a learning experience for me. But I just want to ask the question, man. Well, this is how I take it. Maybe I'm too hard on myself, or maybe I'm not hard enough, or whatever the situation may be. But I feel like because I want my son to excel,
right,
and I see certain things for him that he don't necessarily see for himself. I used to get so, I don't know if distraught is a good word, but upset.
I get you. Yeah,
when
distraught. Yeah,
he wouldn't live up to his own potential, and he would make certain mistakes, and then I'm like, damn, what could I have done to make him prevent that mistake? You know what I mean? And I would get real down on myself, and then I kind of had to tell myself, like, I can't control everything, but life is part of learning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to learn to go through certain things as a young black man, especially in this country.
Oh man.
But as a father, how do you deal with your situations and the adversity of being a black father to your young black man?
Hey, it's funny because when you had like sent the topics to discuss on this show, on this show we doing now, like a few days ago, like yeah, we do prepare folks, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, yo, I told you, I was like, yo, this right on time, because life been life in the past few weeks, and especially this week, you know what I'm saying? Because I know exactly where you coming from, bro. Like, I'm dealing, so I have two boys. My oldest will be 15 in January. My youngest just turned 8. And like you said in the beginning, I'm new to this teenager stuff as well, you know, because it's like, it's so different now. It's like, damn, man, my little man, your best friend and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I can't sugarcoat it. I ain't gonna be political. I know we on the show, but it was like, dang, man, I'm watching my little dude grow up.
Exactly.
And it's like, now it ain't so warm like it used to be. Hell no.
My damn friend of me now. We was like this, and now we like, what's up?
That's a fact.
You know
I just had a convo with my sister about this, who's she's a therapist, by the way, and she's dope with the convo. Comfy Couch Therapist, follow the little sis. But nah, to answer your question, bro, my pops always told me it's no blueprint to this. You know what I'm saying? And as I get older and I'm dealing with some things, I have conversations with my dad like, damn, yo, my bad. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I know. Because it's not easy, because not only is it new territory for us, it's new territory for them as well. You know what I'm saying? They're growing into their personalities. They're trying to figure out life. They dealing with relationships outside of us. They dealing with their friends. They dealing with their girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with society as a whole, because everything is social network now. You got to be fly 100% of the time. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's crazy because growing up in high school with me, I thought it was hard because I was dealing with the shit, like the insecurities with myself and trying to, oh, you got to be this, you got to be that. And we really didn't have social network. Right. You know, I graduated high school in 2002. I'm telling my age, whatever. I'll be 40 December 10th. You know, still right. Look fly, but it's cool. Yes, but like it wasn't. Yeah, it was internet for us and all of that, but it wasn't what it is today. So now it's a whole different ball game. So not only are they dealing with growing up, trying to figure it out themselves, they also kind of technically growing up in front of an audience. Yeah. And it's hard for them as well. And we're trying to, we still got some semi old school in us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, but we new age with it too, because we weren't taught some things we wish we were taught. Right. That we realize as we get older. So you want to get your son the game early. You know what I mean? So he won't bump his head like we did. But we also got to realize life happens regardless. Like, all we can do is pray. You listen, and so you won't go through the same mistakes we made. But we also gotta realize, yeah, sometimes life gotta bump them in the head so they can figure it out and be like, damn, Dad was right. For sure. So I'm trying to answer your question. My long-winded response is like, I'm trying to balance all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. On top of, and we got to balance a lot, don't we, dog? Black King. You know what I'm saying? I know more dope fathers than whack ones, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Just want to let you know that 100%. Now. And my boy James is one of the dope ones. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, but we got to balance a lot in this world. And, we just got to try to figure it out at the end of the day and do things like this and have real conversations. Sometimes, whether it be uncomfortable conversations, and folks got to be willing to take their egos out and do what's best for the situation at hand. Right. You know what I mean? It's not easy. Don't get it twisted. We all human, but you got to see it's a bigger picture, and we got to try to figure that out and do what we do. Yeah. For me, it's like I love to see everybody strive and thrive and seek greatness, man, because we're from a people that have achieved some amazing things. Right. In dire situations, regardless of the environment, we still always kind of risen to the top and put our culture on the forefront. So when I see our kids, black kids especially, I shouldn't say not doing what they're supposed to do, but not living up to their potential, it upsets me. And then I try to implement things and give them jewels and the lessons that I've learned and picked up in life along the way. Right. And a lot of them are receptive to them. Like, a lot of them, except for my damn son. The one that's closest to me, that I got all the game for, he the one that don't want to hear none of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating to me because he's got so much of me in him, and I see that. Yeah. But sometimes it'd be like the worst parts of my personality that he wants to gravitate to. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just part of being a kid and growing up. And he does some amazing things, and he impresses me. He's a really talented kid. For sure. Jalen's a great kid, bro. Like, but, you know, they played him. I mean, cut you off, but him and, you know, and our son played basketball together. So, for sure. You know, he definitely got great potential. And that's because of you and his mom's, you know, by the way. So, but, you know, I get it, though. But I get it. I think, and it's funny because, like, you know, we met at the community center, Driving Park, and so we've been around good other good dads and other good mentors and good black men and 100%. Women. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you might catch a kid talking to the coach, and the coach saying the same shit you saying. Exactly. But they listening and grasping it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh, word. I don't know, man. It's just something in the psyche. and it happened to me. And I realized, you know, it happens to all of us. Sometimes you got to hear it from somebody else, I guess. But also, I can dig that. And it's also about the community, the village you have around your son as well. Like, it takes a village.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I truly believe in that, bro. Like my folks grew up thinking that, you know what I mean? Although some of the people in the village can be toxic, you know what I mean? That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand who's in your village and make sure the village is healthy. So, but it takes a village, you know what I mean? It takes the people around you to have conversations, and hopefully they grasp it. But also, you know, sometimes I do see, like, I tell my son the same thing, man. Like, I'm like, dog, I've been through what you've been through. You know what I mean? And we are raising young black men, so we gotta raise them differently. We gotta give them different game than some of other ethnicities may raise their sons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gotta give them truth and honesty at an early age, and that also can affect it because they still kids.
Yep.
And it's crazy because we don't want them to grow up fast. We want them to be kids.
Right.
But society treat our young black boys at 15 and 16 because they may be a little taller, a little thicker, or they look different as grown men. Right. So we try to find a balance in keeping our young sons kids, but also we gotta give them early game as they carry themselves as adults when they're not around us at 13, 14, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? That some may not have a conversation with other you know what I'm saying? Ethnicities, other folks, like having a different conversation where they might have it at 18, 19, 20. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thin line, fam. It's a thin line.
Yeah, it's a super thin line. And I'll say this to all the men that are actually stand-up guys and taking care of their families as they should. Don't be too hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a learning. It is a journey. Being super hard on yourself is almost like part of the game, man. But sometimes you take so much of it on the shoulder and the chest, and you take responsibility for things that aren't necessarily your fault. Because you're like, what could I have told him to make him not make that mistake? What could I have showed him? Maybe I didn't do enough in this particular area with him. Maybe I wasn't spending enough time telling him this, that, and the third.
Right.
Kids are gonna make mistakes, man. But you just still gotta put the effort in.
We are our own worst critics, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You never feel like you can do enough. You always feel like you can do more. So I get that.
Yeah. So motivation. Motivation is a motherfucker, man. It's one of them things that keep you going, but once you lose sight and lose that motivation to do certain things, succeed, you kind of lose yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have other responsibilities, a family being one of them, providing for them, and then you got your community family, because as a young man, you'll find that other people will gravitate towards you as a leader, and then now you're responsible for them in a sense, you know what I'm saying, to make sure. So how does one keep that motivation to not necessarily live for themselves, but to keep on living for everybody else?
That's a great question, bro. Which probably got like mad multiple answers, man, and I'm still trying to figure out myself, because like as I'm growing within myself, like you realize, damn, your word do hold weight. Like some people actually do take heed and listen, and while also you still battling stuff within yourself. You know what I mean? Childhood trauma, growth, stability, while still raising a family and being head of the household or one of the heads of the households and things of that nature. So it's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. Like I would say, like it goes back to having a balance. And also on top, because motivation comes and goes regardless. Like it comes and it doesn't always stay. I guess also along with finding motivation, having the consistency to understand that, hey man, like this shit hard. It's not easy, but if it's worth it, you continue to push forward and try to find ways to help you find the energy. You know what I mean? Whether it's moderation in what you do. You know what I'm saying? However you like, everybody got vices. You know what I mean? However you attend life, like sometimes you may gotta take a walk around the park more so than grabbing that, you know what I mean? I'm too tired to move today. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just rest and just not move. Like, it's certain things that you gotta do for yourself. Like Mike Tyson got this saying, like, you gotta hate what you do like you love it in order to be great. So like the workouts, the finding the healthy avenues of letting go and getting shit off your chest, like we doing now. Like, this conversation is dope, especially amongst black men. It's needed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Society tell you you're not supposed to let it out and speak your mind and voice how you feel, and you just gotta suck it up and move forward and be tough and be strong. And you can still be tough and be strong and venting and having a therapist or having a group you go to, or I mean, however you do, like healthy I'm trying to say, like,
Outlets.
a healthy outlet.
Yeah.
Healthy outlets to do what you need to do in order to continue to be that person you need to be, for not only for yourself but for others. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So that's the shit I'm trying to figure out now. And it's not I'm not preaching, I'm just like talking, because this is what I'm trying to figure out for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point I was like 308 pounds. Like, I was real heavy and depressed. You know, I'm down to 270. You know what I'm saying? And just working out and finding healthy outlets. You know, I still chill, get my smoke on. Like, I chill and relax, sip from time to time. But that was like kind of taking over.
Right.
Because it was like, damn, what else can I do? I'm trying the best I can, but you also got to take care of yourself at the end of the day. You got to take care of yourself. That's another thing. When you like the strong person and you that person handling business, you got to take care of yourself. You got to find time for that, no matter what.
You know what? You touched on something super important in the health aspect. That's a great point, because in our community, I believe we like to look good, look fly.
For sure.
Because it just comes so natural. You know what I'm saying? It's just easy for us. But our actual health sometimes comes second. Now, I feel like our generation has come a long way, and they are more health oriented, health conscious, more so than I would say my father or the men before us. And maybe it's I don't know what it was, but it just wasn't on the forefront of their mind to take care of themselves before taking care of everybody else. You know what I mean? But as time goes, you'll learn that you're going to have stresses in this life. There's going to be some things you're going to go through that I wish nobody would go through, but you're going to go through them, period, just as a man, and especially as a black man. And one of the things that you shouldn't have to worry about is your health.
Right.
So if you have your health in line, that's one less stress that you're going to go through. And it's going to actually help you deal with everything else that you're going to go through in life. You know what I'm saying? Because having to deal with the stress of your job and whatever bullshit they putting you through, whatever the law's putting you through, the situation, how the people were treating you in your neighborhood, you know, how the stresses of your family. And then you're sick on top of that. It's going to compound. You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you that you're not going to go through things, trials and tribulations in life. You will. But if you're healthy, you work out, you take care of yourself, you eat the foods that God intended for you to eat, you'll find out that there's not too many things that you won't come across in life that you won't be able to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it won't be hard, but if your health is in the forefront, you'll be able to bounce back, deal with it in a lot better fashion. And you'll just see, like, the stresses of certain things won't affect you as much.
Stress is a silent killer, man.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you touched on something like talking about how our generation kind of is getting better, you know, because it's a cycle. You learn to what not to do. And we all did our things. And shout out to, like, some of the cats in hip hop, like the Locks, like Styles P and them, you know, they got the health is wealth going on. They opening up juice shops in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like they giving you game, black seed oil, turmeric tea, like all the healthy concoctions on what the health care system in America is not giving you, because war and sickness is what keeps the money train going. And you know, they rather give you a pill instead of actually giving you a healing mechanism to give you to get this shit out your body. They just want to mask it and give you more medicine. So shout out to hip hop, some of the cats in hip hop today, Jadakiss, Styles, you know what I mean? They got the Juice for Life campaign going on, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Had the Dr. Sebi documentary in the works and was trying to give us game and all of that. You know what I mean? So we just gotta continue that and make sure that's the message that get heard, because now they letting us know it's cool to be healthy. Back then they was, you know what I mean, oh, you doing that, you corny, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. It's crazy how, like, some of our what Dean was corny growing up. You know what I mean? As you see now, it's just like, hey, dog, this is a healthy situation. So, but it's good to see that. We just got to keep broadcasting that and putting light onto that, and hopefully it catches waves.
Yeah, man. Like I said, my father is super hardworking man. Taught me work ethic and strength and just being a staple as a black man for his community.
Right.
But my mother taught me a lot about health. She was 2-time breast cancer survivor, and I watched her do certain things and live a certain lifestyle. As far as, and she was already into the juice and not eating the fried foods, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the whole foods,
for sure.
You know, proteins, veggies, fruit, all that shit. So she was on top of that and saved her life. So it's one of those things that I always witnessed it growing up from her, and I implemented it, and it's helped me kind of move forward. And I attribute a lot of what they showed me to the success that I'm having today.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that you can't really sleep on, because at the end of the day, you only really have your health.
Yes, sir.
The money's going to come and go. You know what I'm saying? The futile things are going to come and go. The technology that we have, the jewels we like to wear, the cars we drive, those are here and there, you know what I'm saying? But if you have your health, you can always bounce back. You know what I'm saying?
I always say time is the real currency. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get time back. Everything you just said, you can make. You know what I mean?
For sure. You
can't get time back. So you got to treat that precious, utilize it wisely. That's the thing. Going back to the original discussion of our sons, that's the thing. That's the kind of game I try to give my son now, like utilizing your time wisely.
Okay, let them come to us when we get the girl.
We'll talk about it, but let me finish this juju without getting interrupted, please. All right. All right.
But yeah, no, for sure. Utilizing your time wisely, and trying to let my son know, hey, you gotta like adjust to that now.
Right.
Because if you start now on having a schedule and doing what you need to do and utilizing your time,
for sure,
later on in life, you won't be struggling as much trying to figure out how to do that. If you get that, certain things I would like for my son to grasp now that I wish I would have grasped and was told at an early age. But I'm telling you this now, and hopefully he gets it. You know what I'm saying? Because especially, you know, school and athletics and everything, like sometimes, like back when we was young, I know I had the girls that, you know, wanted to rap and be around my friends and this, that, and the third. And it's like, dog, you got to have priorities in place now so you can utilize the time how you want to kind of later on in life. You won't be stuck at a dead end or a job you really don't want to do. You won't be stuck in a situation you feel like you can't get out of, you know what I'm saying? Because you learn how to access your time and do what you need to do and grasp the knowledge that you needed to obtain now so you'll be greater later. So that's the stuff I'm selfishly wishing he would grasp now. Is it working? I have no clue. You know what I mean? But we trying to figure it out as we go.
Yeah. I think that, listen, kids, or even young men, young teenagers, anybody that's younger than me, you know what I'm saying? I'm 41, so this is for all y'all. everybody wants to be rich. Not everybody wants to be famous, but everybody wants to be a success for the most part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we trying to give you the jewels as far as to help you prevent from making the simple mistakes that kind of hold you back and stop your growth. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through things and you're going to have to figure some things out for yourself. But if you got people talking to you, especially your parents, because I was in your boat, I didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. And it kind of hurt me later on in life. And I made certain mistakes and did things that I wish I would have took back that stopped me from progressing and just it didn't ever take time away from me. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to tell my kids and nephews and all that shit now. It's like, the stuff you worry about now is not as important as you think. If you develop a work ethic, you'll be able to get whatever you want. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's going to come tomorrow. I'm not going to say it's going to come the next week. But you got to make some type of sacrifice for yourself for your greater goals. You know what I mean? And nobody really wants to work a 9 to 5, but if you got to do that to get to your goal, then that's what you got to do for the time being. Just have a goal set for yourself,
right?
And to give yourself a time limit to work towards it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was all into the girls and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool. Don't get me wrong, have your fun. But understand, if you have a goal, you still need to accomplish that. And surround yourself with like-minded people.
Right.
Surround yourself with like-minded people. Like I said, you're going to make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Don't give up on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Learn from it and try not to make the same mistake. That's the number one thing. People get so stuck and they got an idea in their head of who they are, and then they don't let themselves progress past that point. And maybe it's because somebody's told them they went shit their whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been surrounded by negative ass people. Man, you ain't never gonna do that. You ain't, man. All right, man. Whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you feel like is best for yourself, but don't feed into the negative aspect, because a lot of people want you to fail because they can't see themselves doing nothing else. They just can't see it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can see it for yourself, it's attainable.
That's gems right there, bro.
It's just real, but that's life. Everybody's going through it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You're always comparing yourself to the next man. Everybody's comparing themselves to the next man.
Mm-hmm.
To what they say, because it's so accessible. I have this phone that I can scroll and I can watch somebody richer than me. Right now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which they may not be. It just looks like
it. Just looks like it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. Like, I had a conversation the other day with someone like talking about, you know what I mean? Like, as well, such and so, they stay on vacation. I'm here busting my ass, and I can never. I'm trying to and I know their situation. You know what I mean? You never know. Like,
never know, bro.
What looks good on the gram and on social networks look good on there because it's supposed to. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? So you got to take everything with a grain of salt and be careful who you vent to, who you talk to, and where you get your information from. Because, like bro said, if you see it for yourself, you can obtain it. Everybody else can't see it for themselves, so they don't really want to jump off the porch, and they want everybody on the porch with them. So sometimes they might try to discourage you on purpose. So like take heed to the gems, trust your support system around you, and know that everything is a life lesson. Try to lean out on your own understanding. I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I do believe there's a higher power and everything for a reason. Sometimes you get stuck in your own way of thinking and it kind of hinders you. Sometimes you got to go outside the box of your own thoughts and figure out why, what it is, it happened the way it did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Try to learn a lesson from it, and that's going to help you get greater in what you're trying to accomplish. So 100%. You know, that's what I try to. That's what I try to give and tell people as well. You know, so life gonna life, man.
Life gonna life.
You just gotta try to maneuver your way through it.
That's true. That is the truth of Ruth. Life gonna life.
Yeah.
So all right. Black fathers. There's a very famous one right now that's making headlines for simply just being a good father. Mm-hmm. Whether he's getting love, hate, it's creating controversy and it's getting talked about. Which I feel like every man, regardless of race or culture, would want to be able to provide what he provided for his child.
Right.
LeBron James.
I know. Okay.
He knew it was coming.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
I love sports and I watch sports, and I'm a LeBron fan basketball. I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan. Love Kobe. But I've never seen somebody gets judged on their character more than him.
Yeah, man.
These dudes get in these basketball conversations and talk so negatively about this man.
Yeah.
And it don't even have nothing to do with basketball. And then it's like everything that happens for him, because he's been doing what he's supposed to be doing as a man.
That's a fact.
You have something to talk about, judge. And it's like, bro, who don't want their son to be a success? If I was a billionaire, my son is going to get the job that he wants to get.
That's the point, right?
That's the whole point. You
That's
know
the
what I'm
point.
saying? Isn't that what I'm doing this for?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't see what the fucking issue is.
Yo, man, people so corny, man. Like as I got this song called Outlandish, man. He was like, yo, out of this world I'm gone. No, I was never a human. What type of time you on? In different zones I'm moving. Like, it's just certain shit don't make sense to me, man, because I can separate the basketball from it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the life aspect of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'll as a basketball fan, I'll give you the rebuttal of it. Like, okay, like if I'm a Laker fan or whatever, and it's like, all right, I can see it's like, man, we trying to get a ring or what, man? Like, what's going on?
Exactly.
Somebody else could have got that spot. He ain't ready yet. He should still be another year in college.
Right.
He should still be in the G League or something, yada, yada, yada. Totally get that. Totally understand.
I agree with all that.
You may be right.
All that
Cool.
basketball talk, I agree with.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. But if we separating that part from the man and the man, that's the dopest shit. What are we talking about?
What are we talking
If
about?
every person who is bitching and moaning and complaining was in that $1 billion position, they would do the same thing. Nepotism has been here for a while. We did not invent it.
Period.
We did not invent it. From what I understand, some folks was forced to come here. We won't. That's another. That's that's a whole other conversation. Right. But yeah, we didn't invent nepotism, man. But damn it, if we don't mind if it's done the right way, why not, man? This first of all, this man LeBron James came from all the stereotypes you could think of. Single mom in the hood, no bread. Grew up in one of the worst hoods in the state of Ohio and Akron. You know what I'm saying? Like, This is how he wasn't supposed to make it. He's supposed to be dead at 18.
Period.
But luckily, the people around him and his support system and his village, might you know, some selfishly might have saw it, some might have lovingly saw it, opportunity or for him to get out the hood or whatever the case may be. The point is, the village around him saw something. Help this man stay on the path he's supposed to be on, and that's the reason why he's at where he's at today. Right. It's not because of not only because his phenomenal athletic and natural ability, but he was around a village that happened to know, like, he had a good basketball team, a great coach, mentor. He may not have his father around him, you know what I'm saying, but he had men around him to help him how to navigate and become be a man first and foremost, how to be a good black man. And then on top of that, you don't really hear no drama about him, no bullshit. Been with the same women since high school, married her, has great kids, is a great family foundation, done everything right, no tabloid bullshit, no nothing. And people still complain and still, I don't know, man. It's corny to me. All I see is how we grew up on, like, there's no blueprint to it. The man kind of gave you a blueprint a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Bust your ass, work hard, have a great village around you, trust God, you know, lean on to your talents that God gave you, handle your business, get better at it. And then this is the fruits of the labor. Now you got the opportunity to feed your kids, kids,
Right.
in the same business that you grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So you damn right I'm gonna have my son playing with me.
Straight up.
And I still can, and I can still do what I do. And I got the opportunity and the power to give my family and my sons the opportunity to do what I do as well.
Right.
If not better, and succeed. You damn right, bro. Salute, LeBron.
Salute.
That's what's up.
Listen, man. I can make you 6'9". God could have made you 6'9", 2% body fat, run, jump out the building. With all that, I still don't think whoever the fuck you think you are, you're going to end up being that man in that man's position, because his character, as of right now, being November 3rd, 2024, at 12:14 p.m. in the great state of Ohio, as far as I've known it up to this point, his shit's been stellar. You know what I'm saying? Just as a human being. So there's nothing I can negatively say about him other than congrats, King.
Dog,
Keep on doing what you're doing.
that's a fact.
And you know what I'm saying? You reap all the blessings that are coming to you. You've earned them. You know what I'm saying? Now, basketball talk is a whole nother situation. Right. Bronny, get your shit together. All right, you in the NBA now, big dog.
Hey,
all right, step up.
Hey, I know Bryce coming too, bro.
Oh, Bryce is already there, bro.
That boy's sick.
He's the one.
But real quick, I wanted to piggyback on what you said, because a lot of people would, well, he's 6'9" and blah blah blah, this that and the third. Dog, I went to school with a cat who was 6'9" and then grew up to be 6'10". Had some of the opportunities in his world. One of his pops played for the Rockets. His pops played for the Rockets at one point, and it didn't go the way you would think it was supposed to go. I'm gonna just say that.
I'm saying, bro.
So I've seen where cats had the body, the talent, the athleticism, the great middle school career, high school career, and it didn't pan out like a LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Who did have his dad and all of that, and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So
period.
Cut out the noise, the excuses, whatever. He tall, whatever. It don't matter, bro. It's still all about your surroundings and how you handle the situation. And it does happen with a little bit of luck, a little bit of faith and higher power, all that. But you still got to put in the work at the end of the day.
Period. So, point blank. I always look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't read into too many celebrities. Like, I can be a fan of you as an artist, of you as an athlete or whatnot, and not really dig your character as a man. That's fine. I'll separate the two. But from a father, if I were to say I got options of a certain amount of basketball players, your son could go meet and talk to him for 2 hours, and pick up some gems and whatever, go spend the day with him. Who would you want it to be? And it could be some fucking legends. It could be fucking Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I mean, the list goes on of black men that have strive for greatness, reach greatness, and obtain that greatness in their sports, and they have all the accolades that go along with them. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about as a human being, as a person, as a man. And this has had nothing to do with him even being a black man. That makes me so proud that he is. But just as a human being, I'm going to say LeBron, bro. Yeah. I'm going to say LeBron, period. You know what I'm saying? From what I know about these people and their character, you can't fuck with his character, bro. You, as of to the point, to the date and the time that I stated, now I don't know what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow. Right. You feel me? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I doubt anything is going to happen tomorrow. But I'm just saying, as of today, you can't fuck with it. So you can hate all you want. What are you really hating on? Like, what are you really talking about? We just talking shit at this point. People just talking shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't even entertain the arguments no more. We can talk sports all day. You know what I'm saying? You can talk numbers, stats, and whatever. That's debatable because that is a real thing that we can go off. It's a sport. Mm-hmm. But as far as the person, you ain't fucking with them. Mike ain't fucking with him. Kobe ain't fucking with him. Like, none of your greats. And I love them dudes for what they did in the sport. I'm a mad fan. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not necessarily a fan of their character. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's a different level of respect. Right. Different level of respect.
No, I can't front, man, because like I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
You feel
bro.
me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it as character wise. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's like, yeah, I definitely agree with you as far as somebody who I want my kid to speak to. You know what I mean? But I still gotta make room for my boy Allen Iverson, yo.
Oh yeah, y'all the guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all the
But
guy.
as far as character and how to do it right, you know, especially in front of the world's eyes in public. Like, granted, we don't know these boys in real life, and so we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, this man showed you how to do it right. Not only showed you how to do it right, leading example of a family. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what don't get talked about enough to me. Beautiful black queen, beautiful kids. She doing her thing. Listen, man, everybody different. I'm not shooting no shots at nobody else, but you just notice how some other people's spouses like to be in the light and want to have their own,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and attention and all of that, and you don't really get that over here. You know what I'm saying? Is everybody doing their own thing, and they a conglomerate, and they a family, and they move as a unit, and that needs to be talked about as it needs to be celebrated and talked about as well, because you don't really see an example how to move like a unit as a family out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk. That's real talk, man. We covered a lot today.
Yeah. This was a dope conversation. This was much needed. I appreciate that, dog.
For sure, much needed on my half, because we ain't talked in a minute, man.
For sure. It's been a while. We back though.
It's been a while.
Hey, real quick, look out. You know, we sparked the last month freestyles. We did the first joint. You know, look out for the November joint coming. And more collabs with Politic'n with Shades with my bro. Appreciate you, dog, because you sparked the pen back again, and you sparked the motivation back again. So we got some things on the way. So look out for that, man. Look out for that.
My man got a single out, Slipping and Falling.
Yes, sir.
Album Free Lunch.
Yes, sir. The growth. We out here.
So tap in. Check that growth out on Spotify, iTunes, and all the major platforms. It's fire. All right, man.
Appreciate you.
Another one.